What is going on, guys? My name is DJ Miles and I'll be giving you my thoughts on the latest Dr. Stone episode, Fire the Smoke Signal. Stay tuned. Once again, before we begin with the review of this episode, if you want to go ahead and give this video a like, a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more anime reviews on my channel. Taiju, just confess your love already to Yuzihira. Please just go ahead and do it. Oh my god, what more is there to say about Taiju's character and how righteous he is? He doesn't even want to confess his love because he wants to rebuild civilization first before he can do anything noble, to tell Yuzihira how much he truly cares about her. And of course, she knows, we know, and it's just really sweet to see, although he's oblivious in all this, that he's always looking out for the betterment of everyone else before his own selfish desires. Kudos to Taiju, and there's just lots of great things with this character, and he's always one of the best redeeming parts of Dr. Stone. But I was curious to know when we were finally gonna get that moment where, if you guys have seen Jackass, where they're like, hey, don't pull off any of these stunts because if you do this, you will die. We finally get that here with Dr. Stone. Now we know how to make gunpowder. There's 3 ingredients. After they're done with the whole routine of the gag, this is real. Do not mix these properties. Do not mix sulfur. Do not mix charcoal. Do not mix potassium nitrate. This will cause an explosive reaction if you're not careful with it, so please do not do it. The animation in episode 4 does look absolutely fantastic. I mean, looking at the finer details in their facial expressions and how they react, it seems like the animation team behind this did a really great job to make episode 4 look like the best one so far from the season. But now let's go ahead and dive into the meat and potatoes of the episode. Now we're really getting this relationship of Senku, who he is as a character, and we're seeing him more fleshed out through the flashbacks. We see who Senku truly is when he's a kid, and just how much his father believed in giving him a better life, that he even traded his own car to give Senku a better life, and knowing, hey, you're gonna have to work for it, but if you really work for it, Santa Claus is gonna give you all these great gifts. We see the innocence of a child who loves science when it goes to experiment 1, from just using a magnifying glass to see, oh, light can burn things, to experiment 2, sand iron and aluminum foil, to even experiment 3 where it gets now just bonkers with it, which is a really great gag that they show in the episode with the liquid oxygen. And because we see all these reinforcements of his life and just his curiosity peaked with science, how the application of science can be used for the betterment of society, when Tsukasa gives him that ultimatum of, hey, stop science or else I'm going to kill you right here, dead in your tracks, Senku can't do that. It's really great because it shows us who he really is as a character, and he'll even give up his own life. No. But can we talk about Tsukasa here for just a second? I mean, listen, I understand where he's coming from, right? If you make these weapons, right, you make guns and you make all this stuff, people are going to use it, right? If you revive everyone, if you revive the adults, they're going to use it, and then it's going to be, you know, another war where people are just going to be fighting for weapons again. It's a metaphor used for what we have today, right? People are using nuclear weapons, and they're always trying to build and one up one another just to have more dangerous, more lethal weapons at the cost of what? Even mankind itself. Tsukasa's not about that. And although I agree with it, right? Kind of in the same way of Killmonger trying to create a better world, he's still kind of crazy. And who's to say, okay, Tsukasa, even if you get rid of all of the adults here, a whole new world full of children who are pure of heart, and you don't think they are at some point going to, I don't know, develop jealousy? What if some character ends up seeing Yuzihira and it says, Taiju, I don't like you, so I want your girl? Or how about they look at Senku and they're like, Senku, you're smarter than me, so I need to eliminate you? I mean, there's always going to be this yin and yang of good and bad, and there's always going to be this balance no matter what. I don't know how Tsukasa just doesn't understand that, okay, you wipe out the adults, so there isn't going to be any more crime, but you're still gonna have that with kids down the road. So we see Tsukasa now use Yuzihira as bait, but as a surprise, Yuzihira herself, she was ready to sacrifice herself for the greater good, and I think she got a little bit of that from Taiju, even if Tsukasa doesn't necessarily agree with Senku here. I mean, the fact that he was ready and willing to kill Senku just kind of blows me away. Even if you know the secrets to petrification fluid to revive other people, who's to say there's not going to be another Senku? Maybe not as smart, but who's going to be like, wait a minute, Tsukasa, you're kind of crazy with your ideologies and what you think may be a perfect world. It creates this cycle of self-destruction ultimately. I don't think it works. I'm not too crazy about him. I know some people are definitely going to like him and his approach to life, but I think Senku's right as well, and that everyone has a chance to speak up and have free will, and that's what Senku's all about. Oh, and another thing that they showed off in this episode is the smoke signal. I mean, that is the title of this episode here. So it looks like we got a new character. We didn't figure out her name or who she is and, how she was revived. But who's this new mysterious character and how is it going to play into overall major story here? Because it looks like she's not associated with Tsukasa at all whatsoever. So I'm curious to see what role she plays. And now let's just go ahead and jump into the end of the episode. So we see the ultimatum not play out in Senku's favor, and Tsukasa ends up killing Senku. But listen, 4 episodes in, and of course they end it in a huge climactic moment of gasp, is Senku truly gone? It looks like he's gone, but no way is the main protagonist of a shonen anime gonna die in simply 4 episodes. They might pull a surprise under us, so we'll see what happens. I don't think he's dead. But so I'm curious to see how it plays out if Tsukasa ends up actually doing it or he actually respects Senku's decision. Sooner or later, it was already going to come down to this decision, but I wasn't expecting it to come this fast. And I don't think any of us audience members were expecting this clash already of Tsukasa trying to kill Senku going to happen like this. Oh, and I wanted to quickly say before I wrap up this episode, because a lot of people were asking my thoughts and opinions on the opening credits and the end credits. Not too crazy about the end credits. I think the intro and the introduction of, just getting into the Dr. Stone episode is really fun. It's really cool. We see a lot of characters and I can't wait to see who these characters are as this anime progresses. And overall, I like the song, I like how it looks, and it really gets me excited knowing that, hey, science is fun at the end of the day, and this isn't your typical shonen. But guys, let me know what you think on episode 4 of Dr. Stone. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you already in Team Tsukasa? I think he's a little crazy. I love Senku. Do you think Senku's dead? Do you think he's alive? Let me know in the comments down below. If you can go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for my channel for more anime reviews. And like I say with every video, to be continued. Take care.